right, we're back. This is part 2 of Isaiah 40, and we're just going to keep on moving. Okay, so again, this is not your mama's Bible study, because again, we know that their story manipulates or lies, and this is again when we're talking about law and when we're talking about these things that have been put in place in order to keep certain people out of certain positions of power, the infrastructure, all of these things, their debt ceiling, okay, is to keep women from rulership in a sense, right? However you want to look at it, if you're talking about like a woman, or you're talking about again the indigenous groups that were already here taken in as prisoners of war, because that's what happens when somebody invades your land. So again, most so-called black people, your ancestors are the original people of this land, and they were not slaves. The Slavic or Slavnik people that came in were not even dark skinned. Well, at some points, I think they were, but are foreign women. Okay. Again, that's why when they were talking about the rights of women to vote, women were already voting. So what women are we talking about? It must have been talking about allowing other people that were coming in, right? Invading or inhabitants. Okay, we did a whole video on that. Inhabitants that were coming in to take the land, right? Like this second flood that's happening, that are going to be given wealth and all these other things, while again they're going to give you freebies that are connected to the system. And if you don't operate the way that you're supposed to in this social credit system, then again you can be again discarded, never to work again, so-called, in this sense. Okay, and that's what I deal with on a day-to-day basis. That's what I deal with platforms, online businesses. So it's good to have all that stuff, but remember, if we allow these people to have too much power over this, then again that's it. All right, it may seem like something good, but then again, that's why I say be careful about cancel culture cancel, whatever it is, and all these other energies, right? Because again, it's really saying something else here. Okay, so again, it said one man helps another, one says to the other, keep on. Okay, so one says to the other, keep on. The craftsman encourages the goldsmith, the one who beats with the hammer, who him who strikes on the anvil. So again, it's the saying of like, if people are not listening to what you're saying, then stop talking to them. But then again, there's this energy of like the other day I was having something like some headaches, and I don't know, it was just like some kind of sickness. So it's funny how it says in here that the person is over this sickness. It almost like it's some direct signal waves from fifth generation energy to force somebody to comply with something, right? And then if you don't, to give up. But again, I am a fighter. But again, I do feel like also the divine masculine is in code saying, keep going. Because again, this whole thing about this union, I feel like again, someone's trying to build this union with someone else, whether that be under the guise of the masculine or again, a feminine that they're involved with when it comes to the den of brooding vipers. Okay, that will be coming up. Again, the serpent was the most cunning, but again, you know, Ethiopian energy, right? Also, I feel the original Ethiopia, or again, the Keeper Nagast, I think is older. But again, there's a mix between Muslim energy or Allah energy and so-called God energy. Again, in Genesis and especially in Revelations, because that is also to get it to go the way of those particular people and exalt the Son of Man, which again, the Moorish energy to me is still Son of Man energy. India Superior, Asia Minor is even older than that. Ancient Egypt here in America, all that in America. The crescent of civilization or whatever is down in South America in my eyes. Okay, just is. All right. So again, I feel like this is some type of manipulation, right? Or also to kind of put pressure on someone by giving them some kind of falsities or pressure or something like that in order to get them to react or respond. But then again, he says the soldering. Didn't we say something about solder? I did last night about smoldering or soldering or soldering energy, right? The soldering is good, and he fastens it with nails to steady it. So again, this makes me think you know what I'm saying, about some kind of stability, or again, to nail something in the coffin, also to end someone in a sense, you know what I'm saying, like put the nail in the coffin kind of energy here, okay? To drive something to madness, or drive it to some kind of intense rate or something, so that it cannot, or this empress, again, because they chose another person, right? Possibly because of spite or jealousy, or just because of something, whatever it would be. But again, in that case, the empress, and then the kingdom was given to Eve, or that empress, because of what the masculines were doing. I mean, I'm just sorry. That's what it is. And plus, again, she is the one. Asterith energy is the originating energy. Whoever her husbands, or her two consorts, or her two husbands, again, which reminds me of the two wands, the two candlesticks, the two palm trees, all of this, okay? It's the same thing. It makes me think about, again, a lesser God and then another God, right? A jealous God and then another God that wanted to share, possibly. Again, the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. But again, did the masculines also war against each other at one point, or presumingly give us the perception of that, and then also come together again, right? To what? Exalt some other energy, or free another energy, or to bring back that Holy Spirit energy, I don't know, or to further put the nail in the coffin. Who knows, okay? Do you not know? Have you not heard? What is not foretold from the beginning? Okay, so again, from the beginning. So again, foretold though, but forefathers, or foresight, or before, right? Okay, so again, foretold. And this is a story or something that's being told. Okay, from the beginning. But the beginning is not even the real beginning. It's the beginning of something, like a creation of a nation on top of a prior group of people. A prior nation. All right? Have you not understood since the earth was founded? So in the beginning was the earth. The earth was first a chaotic mass, or void, or whatever. Okay? Right? Okay? So in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. Okay? And then the face, God was hovering over the Spirit of God. So again, there's a spirit of man being spoke on here. But then the Spirit of God was hovering over. See? So again, that's two different energies here. Okay? So again, being founded. Well, I did a whole video on just the term founded in etymology, and it doesn't really mean what you think it means. All right? So again, it's also giving me, again, this energy here of the Three of Swords. Okay? But then there's a conquering energy when it comes to the wands. Okay? I think it's the Two of Wands. Okay? Which I probably don't have here. With the person with the cap. Okay, that's looking out and holding the world in his hands. Okay, do you see what I'm saying? That kind of energy. Yeah, I don't have it here. Okay. So, since the earth was founded. So again, this is making me think also the earth, or that earth energy, was founded by man, and they went ahead and inhabited it for 20 years or more, or inhabited it for a certain amount of time, and then once they got what they needed, they left it behind enemy lines in order to be discarded or to taken over. But they left it in the hands of, so others can also get a hold of it. But again, I'm just standing firm on what it is that I know, what I've been sent here by source to do. It's my journey, just like everybody else has their own, and that's just what it is. Okay? He or she sits enthroned above the vault of the earth. Okay? So again, the vault of the earth is, again, the Akashic records. Again, maybe this is making me think about the Four of Pentacles. Okay? Yeah, maybe this is making me think about the Four of Pentacles. Right? Also possibly Virgo energy, or again, the moon energy. The vault of the earth. Or again, this may be the hermit energy, of that energy that's sitting above, because again, as above, so below. But again, you have those that are in exalted positions already that are going to have access to things that those that are not won't. Yeah, I gotta fix that. Okay. All right. So again, it says, and it inhabits, which is something that is brought in. It's not the habitation or the habit, it's the inhabit. It's something that was brought in. Okay. So that is also foreign energy, like I said, to me. All right. All right. So again, the vault of the earth. That is the earth mother. That is the Gaia energy. That is, again, the alpha and the omega energy. And the inhabitants are like grasshoppers. He stretches out the heavens like a veil, spread them out like a tent to dwell in. Okay. So again, I don't know. This is making me think about the world card. Okay, in the four corners here of the fowl of the air, the beast of the field, and man or mankind. Okay, again, it does this all wither away. Okay, when it comes to who is the real soul heir or ordained heir, or again, anointed one, exalted one. Okay, he brings princes to naught and makes the rulers of the earth as nothing. Scarcely are the planted or sown. So again, plants, those who are planted in our communities in order to cause strife or division here. Okay, to build on top of you, right? But we're casting all those stones down at this point in time because it was done wrongfully, I feel. Okay, or sewn, okay, or sewn, again, like sewing that fabric or sewing that quilt or sewing these things in, right? Or with their hand, okay, they decided to take, okay? All right, scarcely is their stem rooted in the earth. These are grafted in energies. These are energies that came in and grafted into nations that took cloaks and coats and identities and placed them over them as their garments. All right. And then also then a Holocaust or genocide or paper genocide or something that occurred to then remove the originals from where they were placed, right, by source. So by using laws and navigating in that way in order to do so. Okay, so again, they've had already a heads up. They've already had a 10-year, 20-year run already on doing whatever they're doing right now. Okay, all right. When he breathes upon them and they wither, and that's why again people don't like my energy, because it's just breathe. It's the breath of God. That is that energy that is coming to again conduct some things. Period. And again, this makes these people wither away. But before they wither away, they want to combat, or they want to again discard or disgrace, or to cultivate. They want to crucify, right, or nail this energy to this wall, as if it is a stingy energy, not knowing that it's going to have to work with all people. But again, we're talking about justice here. There's no half stepping. And anything that is not upright and righteous has to go. And the storm winds carries them away like straw, right? This makes me think about the storm again that we predicted here. Because again, this is an energy of an oracle, again, prophetic, whatever you want to call it, energy that I am in here on this channel, on this platform, in the energy of that mother or the Ruach that can't be bought and can't be sold. So it says, to whom can you liken me as an equal, says the Holy One. So again, all of these idols that these individuals have placed over the Empress because of finances or because of materialistic things or because of appearance. Again, not knowing that the true energy is going to be in me, and that's just what it's going to be at the end of the day. And again, if the Emperor doesn't want the Empress, then that should not allow them to do the things that they've done and then try to degrade her and take from her and leave her with nothing. Not a dime, right? Not a plot of land, not a nothing. When again, these individuals were sent here or even hired by me in a sense to help with this, or by source. So I help them with what I do. I am the word. I deliver that. I shed light on these situations. I call out things that are going on in the heavens. I know the secrets of the so-called gods of this plane. And that's why I was punished, if you want to look at it as that Jerusalem energy. But I don't really consider myself as Jerusalem as much as in Jerusalem. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay. So again, it says, lift up your eyes on high and see who has created these. He leads out their army and numbers them. I don't know why I'm seeing Russian energy here. Calling them all by name. Okay, so again, this is make me think again how I be like dropping things on this channel that people may not like, but again, it's just the energy that source has me in to be able to do that. But I feel like it's getting to the point where somebody is saying, oh, enough of that. that might be about to expose someone or something that we're up to. So we have to let that go. So let's just see if this person's going to behave. But there's no sense of behavior for me. It just is. It's even flow. It just flows through. It just goes through. And again, you either like it or you don't. It's going to be what it is. All right. So again, and again, at the end of the day, not to be like that about the situation, but I rather this is just a perception. Somebody wants to perceive or make me perceive that these things are being done, and they're just acts that people are playing until they can get their hands on me and remove me or do whatever they want to do. Again, I feel like Source has a way of then going and exalting. All right. So it says here, but his great might and strength. So this is talking about force, brute force, or military energy here, okay? Or the Lord of hosts, or the Lord of the host of armies, possibly energy here, of his power. Not one of them is missing, okay? So again, this makes me think about the original and then the ones that are trying to portray that. The ones that are having chaos going on in the heavens because they don't know what they're doing because they are not the sole person. They are not that energy. They are not the soul or the soul of America. They can't be. They can continue to try. They can use temperance and continue to try to create that, right? Out of 5G and with some type of alchemy or whatever, or some kind of outer, mixture of science. But again, this is the high priestess and she's covered in water, right? She has her cross there and her pearl and her horns for Taurus, I feel, okay? And again, this has to do with black. Again, which is a surname. These are her seeds behind her, okay? And it's like this is the past behind her, but it also, she senses her children and they sense her. So again, that's raping and pillaging there, taking children with crowns in order to rule nations with them from real empresses that are clearly okay to do the job, trying to make it seem as though they cannot. When again, everyone is looking to that energy, is all eyes on me, period. And possibly the masculine, but I can't see behind that veil. So when we pull it down, you know what I'm saying, what are we looking at here? All right. So again, let's see, power, not one of them is missing. Okay, so again, this is somebody that can execute things on many different levels here. Okay, why, oh Jacob? Again, remember Jacob was being called a worm at one point in time. Okay, so it says Israel, I think it was Israel and Jacob, when you go through the waters, I will be there for you or with you. So again, I feel like in this energy here, the two wands represent those energies. And again, they're going through some type of tribulations because of the feminine energies possibly that they got together with that decided to want to take down the empress, or again, because of their own personal whatever. Okay, so again, sorcery, I see it here. That's just what it is. I feel like it's been heavily done on me and my family and whatever. All right. Okay. Why, O Jacob, do you say and declare, O Israel, my way is hidden from the Lord, and my right is disregarded by my God? Do you not know, or have you not heard the Lord? So again, it's saying, why are you been by my God, right? But then it said, have you heard that the Lord, okay? My way has been hidden from the Lord, and my right is disregarded by my God. Okay, but then again, I am that I am in my eyes in certain instances when I have to fight for myself, when I have to go into that Asterith energy, when I have to go into that warrior empress energy. Do you not know, or have you not heard? The Lord is the eternal God. Okay, so again, eternal. Let's go ahead and look. Of age, lasting, enduring, everlasting, great age. Okay, so again, it's giving me alpha and omega energy here, a vital force, long life, eternity, and okay, let's see, the beginning, conditions without beginning or ending, or and things with beginning only, but no end. Okay, so again, well, that's confusing right there. Conditions without beginning, or end, and things with a beginning but no end. Yeah, that makes me wonder. continuing forever or indefinitely. Okay. Uh, Tiresomely long, seemingly without an so seemingly without an end. So again, but it's talking about here in the chapter prior to 39 that these people or these individuals or these entities are going to wither away. All right. So again, let's see. The Lord is the eternal God, okay? Creator of the ends of the earth. So again, this is something that, again, creator of the ends of the earth. So again, that's the tail end. So again, it's almost giving me the bruise thy head and bruise thy heel energy, or like the tail energy, the tail end of something that has come in. So the new energy or new, I wouldn't say new world because that's already occurred, but this new world order energy here, possibly, okay? All right. Eternal God, creator of the ends of the earth. So again, that's the ends of the earth would be the earth that comes in the end. Oh, so again, the immigrants, okay? Or there's rush of immigrants. I'm seeing Haitian energy here, some other energies here, okay? All right. Huh. So again, yeah, it's like, oh, Israel and Jacob, why do you say? Because then this person is supposed to be the one that keeps them safe during this passage, right? But then it's saying, why do they think my way is hidden from the Lord? So again, who is the Lord at this time? Possibly not in that God energy, but could this be talking about who is supposed to be the real Lord here? Okay, so again, because I'm not hiding anything from it's an open book, right? So again, it's like almost like me looking at people saying, you do know I see your sorcery. You do sit in the dark, right? Sit in the dark, right? So again, that's why I feel like some of these energies don't show their face, right? Not all of them, but I'm just saying, I'm just calling it how I see it, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so something about hiding something from a lord, right? The landlord or the lord or the owner or whatever, the one that presides possibly. Am I right disregarded from my God? Do you not know or have you not heard? The Lord is the eternal God, okay? Creator of the ends of the earth. He does not faint nor grow weary, and his knowledge is beyond scrutiny. All right. So again, I feel like again there is a counterpart out there that is ongoing always. That spring energy. It could be the Elijah energy. Was I believe he was called the prophet, or Elisha or Elisha energy. That we could be talking about. That could be that twin flame, them two becoming one. Okay, energy. Mm-hmm. All right. So again, when one is tired or whatever, then the other one, you know what I'm saying? But then again, one is being badgered, beaten, and whatever by the earth and all the elements, and one is just, you know what I'm saying, dealing with that which is going on in the heavens or in exalted positions, I feel. Okay. Again, so one is going to come in with some certain being fruitful in certain ways, and then the other energy that Christ, the Yeshua or Christ energy, is going to be that's going to be shedding light. It's the star. It's the star. It just is what it is all day. The Star of David. What's the real Star of David? It's the child. It's the me, and probably a masculine. You see what I'm saying? It's just that is what it is. But the one that we're seeing naked here on all these cards is the feminine energy. And that is to dishonor or disregard them as being a leader. Again, so again, but we still in our high priestess energy, and she's totally covered. And she's covered in water as well. So again, it's kind of like made clean because she is. All right. So again, that's why the earth doesn't like her. And then the water doesn't like her because of the earth elements. And she's going to be bringing justice. So, and we're talking about the Ma'at energy, Sekhmet energy, again, which is an American lioness. All right. So he does not faint nor grow weary, and his knowledge is, yeah. So he gives strength to the fainting. Okay, so again, this is the energy I feel of the divine masculine. Okay. For the weak, he makes vigor abound. right? Or he, or again, she also, because I feel like this has something to do with, again, washing or dipping in the blood or that stream or the river of the sacred pool in its sense. Whether we're talking about this fountain here or we're talking about the cup there. It's either or, okay? For the weak, yeah. Though young men faint and grow weary, the youths stagger and fall. So again, this makes me think about, again, these new nations that have been built with these nation builders that think that they're going to mow over the original energy. The son of man energy that wants to mow over the son of God energy, which is an all Amarakan or Amar. What's the variant called? Okay, all right. What do it sound like to you? All right. So again, the youth stagger. So again, that's why I deal with the old. I deal with the ancients. I deal with, again, it's almost like all my friends are dead energy, or even just dealing with that energy of the ancient ones or the elders, or again. It's reminding me of that song, I think it's by Levert, that men like us, right, won't let you down, right? So again, I have to look at this more so as viperous energies that have been succubus energies on younger men, like even a what do you call it? A cougar energy on younger men. That is utilizing the force and the might and vitality of those young men in order to do things right now. So Taliban energy, militia energies, these energies that have been built so that they can have chains of people going around and destructing things and taking things. Okay. But again, stagger and fall, right? They that hope, again, and I feel like this also talk about new age energy, people falling off to a certain extent, possibly. When it comes to their gifts, but really some of these people not falling off, they never had it. They just been watching those who do have it. So since they can't have access to some of us now, they're not able to see. I think this is just a task for the divine masculine and feminine. I think they are the all on this plane. They that hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar as the eagle's wings. Okay? They will run and not grow weary, walk and not grow faint. All right? And then we'll just go ahead and start into 41, and I'm going to, because it's only like 2 sentences here, okay? So it says, the liberator of Israel, keep silent before me, O coastlands, you people. I don't know why I'm seeing Martha's Vineyard and maybe a couple of other coasts, right? Okay? Or again, those who, again, have their feet on the water and the sand. Whew. On the water and the sand, the temperance energy, the science. Trust science, right? That energy. You peoples, wait for my work. Exactly what I just said. Ain't nobody paying nobody. You're not even talking to me directly. It's insulting. So it's not no weakness that had someone off the beaten path. When you address me, then I will address you. Because I feel like this whole thing of just taking what I'm saying in my general, what I'm talking about, whatever I'm doing here shouldn't have anything to do with me moving on into some certain position. You're not talking to me directly. I'm just going in within and exposing or putting out the information that source is giving me. How dare you come and try to pick from that to try to fit into some narrative that you're trying to create about me or where I'm going. It's also just ridiculous under the guise of something else. And that's what we're talking about, the whole under the nose kind of energy there. Okay? Again, if you want direct answers, then you have to ask direct questions. And every time they do, we shut it down. Period. Let them draw near and speak. Yeah. See, they want to wait till what you're saying so they can go ahead and try to maneuver it and make it as if they saying it while they keep restrictions on my channel and on my business platforms, and they exalt other people's information and project them and dress them up. Again, lipstick on a pig is what I'm seeing. All right? Okay. So again, it says, let them draw near and speak. Let us come together for judgment. So again, there's some kind of judgment being called. Okay. And again, it may be on this particular family, which is of the first families, which is the anointed one, right? Okay, so again, these all the powers that shouldn't be that went up against this particular person or these peoples when it comes to this judgment here. That's really just an attack, domestic terrorism. All right, at its best, if you want to know what it really means. Who has stirred up, so again, stir it up, little darling, right? Who has stirred up from the east the champion of justice and summoned him to be his attendant. To him he delivers the nations and subdues the kings. And with his sword he reduces them to dust. With his bow, okay, to driven straw. That makes me think about the temperance card too, because this almost looks like straw, right? And then also with the empress, it also looks like straw that's at her feet, but it actually looked like an angry mob of people, okay, as well. All right. He pursues them, passing on without loss. By a path of his feet, do not even tread. A path his feet do not even tread. You see what I'm saying? Like, get up and go here. Oh, you have to go there. I can handle that from here. Is the energy I feel of the emperor and the empress. If you want to hold the house hostage, if you want to hold the position hostage, if you want to give it to other people, but you want me to sit here like a Medusa with her head cut off so that you can still get the information, and at the same time my platform doesn't grow, so when it goes in the wrong direction, then they'll be able to pull the plug on whatever information I'm delivering so that they can go ahead and what? Hide that or trap that star underneath that pyramid again, and I'm not having it. So again, he pursues them, passing on without loss. By a path of his feet do not even tread. Or her who has performed these deeds, he who has called forth the generations since the beginning. This is talking about the caste or class, the race, the real race. Never had nothing to do with your skin color. It has something to do with the race to the top. Also, I feel like, again, this past lifetime energy is this masculine. I, the Lord, am the first, and with the last I will also be. The coastlands see and fear. The ends of the earth tremble. Because, again, these are the people that gave the most problems. These are the people that gave the most problems here. And again, the ends of the earth could be these last people coming in that are afraid of what is to come possibly, because this person is saying close the borders. You see what I'm saying? So again, it just may be that right there. Okay. It also in previous times said send them back. Right. And got really, probably nailed because of that. Okay. And now they're saying what these people can bring to the table. Well, they can bring whatever they want after Israel gets its justice in its payment, since they couldn't pay them so-called reparations. And I'm not talking about just financial. These things are near. They come to pass. The coastlands is making me think about Florida for some reason. Again, this is probably why DeSantos is getting prepared for whatever it might be looking like it is. But you, Israel, my servant, and Jacob, whom I have chosen, offspring of Abraham, my friend. Okay? You, whom I have taken from the ends of the earth. Now, this might be, again, a masculine energy extending a hand out from being on high, right? As above, so below, right? Someone who has led someone, a lost sheep, right? Okay? All right? And summon from it, from its, okay. But also this is making me think about also, I will call my son of the north. All right? And also, this is maybe talking about Gog and Magog energy here. because Madoc, I think, was one of the first groups or whatever of people that came in here like 1,000 years ago, right? So again, it makes me think about that 1,000 years of that transgression against the feminine energy here, or the matriarchal energy here on this plane, and summon from its far off places you whom I have called my servant. Okay, so somebody has called their servant, but are they really the servant, or are they their counterpart or consort? Who knows? All right, whom I have chosen, and I will not cast off. Fear not, I am with you. Be not dismayed. I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you and uphold you with my right hand of justice. So again, this is making me think about me again, hoping to extend or offer the light that I have or whatever to a masculine energy, and I feel like the masculine energy reciprocating that and using whatever they have to extend something out. So again, the expiate energy possibly that we were just talking about here, because of the wrongs that someone has been seeing that has been done against the Holy One. Okay, so again, this is saying Israel, but there's the Holy One also, and we just spoke on the Holy One right here in 40. Yes, all shall be put to shame and disgrace who vent their anger against you. Those shall perish and come to naught who offer resistance. You shall seek out, but shall not find those who strive against you. They shall be as nothing at all who do battle with you. All right. So again, we gonna see here. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and stop this here. All right, and then we'll come back to it. Or should we? No, let's just finish it up real quick. All right. For I am the Lord your God who grasps your right hand. But again, I feel like, again, the right hand of God energy. I don't know. It's like you my right hand energy. It is I who say to you, fear not, I will help you. Fear not, O worm Jacob, O maggot Israel. This is just like I don't know, it's just like I'm seeing this dual kind of energy here. Maybe even just this, I don't know, BJ energy here. Your redeemer. So, because it almost feels like some masculines are caught up in something, and I'm being called to speak about this, is almost what I sense here. Your redeemer is the Holy One of Israel. Okay, so the energy shifts here. The maggot. So again, this is kind of like something that's eating and eroding, or living on something off of a living source, and just what it's like to be having maggots, right? And again, I don't feel like that's my energy, even though the world or the governing forces may see my energy as something like that. All right. I will make of you a threshing sledge, sharp, new, and double-edged. So this is almost like giving someone their power, or exalting something here. Okay, the mountains and crush them. To thresh the mountains and crush them, to make the hills like chaff. When you winnow them, the wind shall carry them off, and the storm shall scatter them. But you shall rejoice in the Lord and glory in the Holy One of Israel. Here we go with this again. Dance and celebration. DNA and karma. So it's like the ancestors are stepping in. Okay. And then we have tsunami, a wake-up call. And then we have lightning, which is power. Okay. So again, this is making me think about the video Thunder that I did a long time ago. And then we have wind, the activation. Okay. And then the rainbow is the blessing. So again, this is making me think about a 10 of Cups energy here. Some great ending, and then also wolf instinct. So something to do with the wolf pack kind of energy here. Okay. The afflicted and the needy seek water in vain. Okay. So again, I don't know. Also, this this is water. This high priestess energy is of water. You know what I'm saying? The two of swords is of water, and this person will be seeking something because again their eyes are covered. All right, the temperance again is of water, and then also the star card is of water. But we know that again with the altered arcana cards that now the girl is standing up, the star is on her head, and she's only pouring water into water. She's not no longer pouring it onto the earth. So it also kind of makes me think about again, empress doesn't get off her throne to address certain situations. Who cares what they're saying? But again, it's almost like this trickster energy. So you have to be very vigilant because what are they up to? But what you're saying, it doesn't relate to me because again, the energy is just, I feel it's not reciprocal. It just, I can see, okay? While they may be able to have this clear sight because of the binding or blinding that has been done to the capital or the empress, the little stars have been able to shine very bright, right? But when she stood up and just said, forget it, if y'all don't want to hear it, because again, she went to her own people and tried to give them a little bit of leak some information or whatever, and they didn't want it. So again, in the new deck, she's just pouring it out. Let's see if we can find it real quick. It's not this deck. I got these cards all over the place, y'all. Okay. I don't know. I just got too much going on here with these cards. Let's see. Yeah, this is all the same deck. I don't know what happened to them. Right? Okay. So all right. And double edge to the thresh to the mountains and crush them and make the hills like chaff when you went on. Okay. Holy One, afflicted. Okay. The afflicted and the needy seeking water in vain, their tongues are parched with thirst. I, the Lord, will answer them. I, the God of Israel, will not forsake them. I will open up the rivers on the bare heights and fountains in the broad valley. I will turn the desert into a marshland and the dry ground into springs of water. I will plant in the desert the cedars, the acacia or acacia, myrtle, okay, which is making me think about Myrtle Beach for some reason, and olive, okay. So again, this is also making me think of representation of family trees or familial ties here. The olive energy, you know, maybe again that Spanish Moorish energy, okay. I will set in the wasteland the cypress together with the plane tree and the pine. So again, this is making me think about the Douglas fir. Used to be my favorite Christmas tree because it smells like oranges. Until again, it's talking about those that take a tree out of the forest and fix it with a nail. You see, and also that makes me think about plucking out a family tree or a timber of cedar or again the sycamore tree and planting it somewhere, removing it from something and putting it somewhere and nailing it there so to keep it down, to keep it away from its full potential, right? Okay, so again, how if they cut down a sycamore tree, like Pocahontas said in the movie, you know what I'm saying, they'll never know how far it will grow, okay? So again, that all may see and know and observe to understand that the hand of the Lord has done this. So again, the hand of the Lord. So again, this is making me think about you, my right hand. You, my go-to. Told me everything about you. It's a bold move. That's what it made me think of. The Holy One of Israel has created it. But, okay. So this is making me think about, all right, the energy of someone again in my, okay, because the Holy One, has created it. So again, this makes me think about a protege or someone who might have been a fan or somebody who might have been, again, because, when we talk about you and effing fans, again, I get along better with your friend. So again, okay. Yeah, so again, the Holy One of Israel has created it. Depends on who, what, when, and where, what you think the Holy One is. But again, for the past, like I said, 10 years, I've been already on this journey doing this here nonstop. I've noticed other energies again along the way, but they talk about certain things, but they don't get down to the nitty gritty, nor do they do this unless they're doing it somewhere else on some other platform that I don't know about. All right. All right. This movement. I'm not the sole person of the movement, but I did my part like someone else did their part, like somebody else did their part. All right. So present your case. But we know when we're talking about plants and these people that have been planted in the situation, they're going to be taken care of by higher powers. Period. All right. So again, it just has to, what agenda do they fit in that they're working with or for? You know what I'm saying? If you are upright and righteous and you're trying to put things back in order. You see what I'm saying? That's kind of like going off to the side or veering off, and we're on this, kind of energy here. It says, present your case, says the Lord. Okay. So again, this is some good Lord. Maybe this is the good Lord, the card that we keep pulling here. Okay. Bring forward your reason, says the King of Jacob. Let them come near and foretell to us what it is that shall happen. Again, I don't know.